After all the guides out there about physical activity, you might not know where to start. This chapter is about bringing all physical activity forms and knowledge together and using them in real life. We couldn't give you an exact program as we could when you were in personal training. Therefore, we can give you some core principles and guidelines that you can use to build yourself an intense workout program. So let's get to the meat of it. For the first thing, you should test yourself. You might think that you cannot move your body at all, or that you are actually in good shape. Those assumptions are often wrong. The other reason to test yourself is so you can monitor your progress. We have added some of the most basic and universal fitness tests to this program, but you should consult an expert if you need more thorough analysis. Now, what about body composition measurements? Most commercial tests are very inaccurate, and some are even rigged to get people to sign up for other services. You do not need one because it might give you the wrong ideas. Taking weekly progress pictures and looking into the mirror plus self-monitoring physiological measurements covered in later chapters are all you actually need. If you do decide to go, use POD measuring or DEXA, the only reliable tests. Secondly, what is your goal? If you have no other ambitions than to take it easy and to do only the minimum to enjoy life, then that is fine and you shouldn't worry about this chapter at all. On the other hand, if you are at the other end of this spectrum and are willing to do practically anything to get your body and health into a top-notch condition, then you should make some kind of a plan involving every category of physical activity. We continue with the assumption that you are one of these kinds of people. If you are like most people, then you are excited and want to get to the results as fast as possible. Without wanting to hinder your motivation, it is strongly recommended that you take it one step at a time and give it time to work. Forcing fitness never ends well. Make a plan for 3 to 6 months at a time when you are starting. Start with low-intensity aerobic training and body weight strength training. When intensity is low and you are just starting to build your core fitness level, adding time is more important than adding intensity. For example, start with 20 minutes of walking every other day and one set of 3 core bodyweight exercises every other day. Instead of adding intensity to those, you should raise the minute and set numbers of both. For how long? For as long as you can easily exercise at a basic aerobic level, at least 30 minutes per day, or 3.5 hours per week, and the full body workout with bodyweight exercises for 10 plus sets. This advancement takes time, a month for some, 4 to 6 months for others. Don't rush it too much at this stage. The pushing stages come later when your body and mind is ready. We will go over creating an effective workout plan in another chapter. What we will go over is recovery and overtraining. We'd rather you get to your goals a little slower than get injured and burnt out. That's why the take it slow part is stressed often. Being overtrained is a lousy condition to be in. It can cause many problems with your hormonal and nervous systems, your cognitive functioning, and mental equilibrium. We won't go much deeper into that, but in worst cases, this is a very nasty and long-lasting problem that we assure you don't want. Of course, the injury part is another thing. Injuries come much more easily when you don't listen to your body. One injury can ruin many months of exercise plans, if not for longer. It is so much better to be safe rather than sorry. Here is where recovery comes in. We can't give you the exact numbers and methods that you should use to recover. That's why you need to start listening to your body's signals. One of the best ones is your resting heart rate. The average resting heart rate for adults is between 50 to 70 beats per minute. You should measure it instantly after waking, before getting up from your bed. When your resting heart rate rises above normal for more than 10%, this might signal you that your nervous system is in stress. In those cases, you should take an off day or very light physical activity days until heart rate has dropped to your normal level. Take the resting heart rate measuring into your morning routines. What other signs are there of overtraining? Irritability. You might feel you're always on edge mentally, and lights, sounds, and smells might feel much stronger and bothersome. Getting sick often. Dizziness and vertigo. Unsatisfiable hunger or loss of appetite, or both intermittently. Weight loss and strength gains stopped or even decreased. You might feel unmotivated to do anything. Sleep is superficial and doesn't restore your energy levels. You get the point. It isn't too hard to diagnose if you know what to look for. So what do you do for recovery? This is extremely important. You see, the actual development of your muscles, aerobic capacity, and metabolism doesn't happen when you are physically active, but only after recovery. There are some core things you must offer your body and mind to get those benefits. Quality sleep, the life fuel of well-functioning body and metabolism. Nutrition. It is hard to recover well on low calories, too little protein or carbs, or eating a low-quality food. Active recovery. It isn't just lying on the sofa and watching television, but something that fills you with energy. For some, it is walking with a dog and listening to a good audiobook. For others, it's meditation, yoga, or playing pool with a friend. You know yourself better than anyone. Don't underestimate active recovery's importance. For every minute of physical activity, you should allocate at least one active recovery minute. This was a short overview of applying physical activity principles to get the most out of your effort. Remember those important things. Have some kind of goal and plan. Start slowly. Use different categories of physical activity. Watch for signs of overexertion. Take time to recover and fuel your body.